Now, the Crown, in my opinion, is an essential aspect of British life. Her Majesty the Queen, who of course we've all been celebrating a lot over recent times, has been the one constant in a Britain that has changed beyond all recognition since, of course, that coronation in 1952. So I believe in our constitutional monarchy and the magic of that institution. So I don't want you to doubt my sincerity in saying that I am an ally of that most precious institution. But I must tell you, I must be honest with you. In my eyes, His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, Prince Charles to you and I, is less crown prince and more clown prince. The Prince's comments on everything from the environment to the government's Rwanda policy are known. He might as well have his own column in the Guardian newspaper and add to the cacophony of voices offering haute couture hot takes from a comfortable home. I struggle to imagine as the years roll by and it becomes more apparent that the government's swivel-eyed dash for net zero leaves Britain without energy security. We're even discussing rationing energy this year, by the way, with the National Grid telling energy companies that it might well impose involuntary restrictions on energy supplies this winter. Can you imagine in that scenario what people of this country would think if their future king had cheered on the policies, the very policies that have left us both colder and poorer? That's what I really struggle with. Can you imagine Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, making such decisions or facing investigation by the Charity Commission? The Prince is in hot water thanks to a slew of Sunday Times revelations. He reportedly accepted a suitcase containing €1 million in cash from a controversial Qatari politician. €1 million allegedly stuffed into carrier bags from Fortnum and Mason, the opulent department store with a royal charter to provide the Prince's groceries and tea. Each payment was reportedly deposited into the Prince of Wales' charitable fund accounts, and the paper says bankrolled some of his many struggling projects. Now, there's no suggestion that the payments were illegal, but there are legitimate questions about the judgment of the Prince. And in my view, this shows utter carelessness and, dare I say, even arrogance. And there are separate questions over a cash-for-access culture at Clarence House, with the Metropolitan Police and the Charity Commission investigating fundraising practices that go on at the palace, including the alleged sale of honours, giving you a gong to make a quick buck. And today, the Sunday Times now reports that Charles gave an honour to a controversial Tory peer who spent £1.7 million bailing out one of his failed eco-villages in a string of secretive deals being investigated by that charity watchdog. And again, no suggestion that this is illegal. But is it a good look? And I say all of this as a natural, fervent supporter of both the Prince of Wales and the monarchy. But these stories and claims suggest a political naivety from the Prince that risks harming this most precious organisation. It's irritating enough to me, and I know it's irritating to many of you, when celebrities with more gold than Midas tell us about minding our CO2 emissions and carbon footprint whilst zooming around the globe in private jets spewing out more emissions each year than most of us will ever see in our entire lives. Never mind the future head of state. So I beg you, Charles, in my plea to the royal thee, don't become a meddling Meghan Markle, making decisions that have her all at home, doubt your self-awareness, or political pronouncements that make us doubt just how touch you are with the struggling of ordinary people.